Okay, excuse me, friends. So if shade covers one of these solar panels or one breaks or malfunctions, do you think that the power suffers as much as it would in series?
No.
So in this case, if we had a house that has solar panels on either side, and the sun was here, and then this solar panel was in the shade, well, the solar panel that's getting the sun is going to be able to perform pretty well, even without the other solar panel, right? Some of the cons, who remembers the cons or the negatives? Cheryl, what do you think?
Is it red?
What's that?
Is it red?
Yes, yes, so they all go to a common connection. All of the reds will go to one of the positives, right? And all of the negatives or the blacks will go to another, right? Some of the cons, some of the downsides of this. Christina?
It's hard to manage and it's pricey.
Yes, yes, definitely harder to manage. Look at this. Do you want to wire up all this stuff? You're going to see that later, hopefully. Probably not today, but you're going to see that later when we wire everything up. It gets a lot more complicated. You need to have a common spot. It's also dangerous. A lot of amps going through a small wire, that's when you're going to start melting your wires. You're going to expose yourself to some more danger, right? An aha moment that I had with Mrs. Bower when we were watching this video is, hey, do you guys remember when our solar panels would burn out last year?
No.
Anyone remember that?
No.
They burn out all the time, yeah. Here's what's happening, and I'll introduce you to a resource called FET that Mrs. Bower introduced me to, where we can play around with some simple circuits. Now it has batteries, but you can just swap out batteries. Solar panel does the same thing. When this one has more power, excuse me, well, now that power has no place to go, it might go back up through to the next solar panel, right? And that might burn out the other solar panels. So if we don't have a fuse, or we've been talking about diodes, which is kind of like a one-way valve that only lets electricity through one way and not the other, that might make our circuits a little bit safer and a little bit more useful in parallel.
Got
Okay. Any questions there?
Can you keep it on the board? Or can you just pause it and unpause it?
I'm gonna leave it. I'm actually gonna take it down because I want to show you this example. We might only get through a couple in the series today, and I think that's okay. I'd rather take our time with it.
I agree.
Can I use the vacuum?
Real quickly, Andy. Hello.
Hello.
Can I do this?
No.
Ah. And then one of these will flip her around. One of these. You'll see. You'll all see. Ah. Again, you guys have all the benefit in the world of us being the first example here. Okay, so now you should have in your little notebooks here, the first one we're going to do is series. So turn to the page that says series. Okay?